That is us stopping for lunch, and it's been a phenomenal morning, and I might just have found one of the finds of the year, possibly even one of the best finds that I've ever made. So you won't want to miss this. Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire. What is this, Sean? Is this day 4?
What?
Or is this day 3?
Honestly, it feels like day 10, but I think it's day 4.
Is this day 4? We're going with day 4, day 4 detecting.
You lost the days, you have so many treasures.
Yeah, I know, we're losing track. It's been a great detecting event so far for us. So we're back out with a few of the Hoover Boys. John's decided to sit it out today. He dug so many treasures yesterday, he's exhausted, so well done him. But yeah, we're also joined by the big Spaniard today, the Spanish Detectorist, as he's also known. We call him the Spaniard because he's like that guy Russell Crowe in Gladiator. You see?
Yeah. I need a uniform.
Yeah.
I'm a lion.
Sean's in hysterics in the background. So it's Sean, Andy, and Brad's. He's off. He's gone. He's away hunting. So as ever, if you're not subscribed, then please hit the button, support the channel, and yeah, let's go and see if we can find some treasures. Andy's already got a mini ball, a bullet, which was the most common type used in the Civil War in the US, but we do get them here as well. Screamer of an 86, but I'll film the first as I always do, or at least always try to. But I've not got high hopes, to be honest. Sounds a bit tinny to me. Also a great big stone in there. Take 2. No, we've got a key escutcheon. Someone's front door, the cover that goes around the lock. Sometimes they're decorated, sometimes they're not. And this one, I think, is not. I'll give it a wee brush. So there. Someone's front door, literally. Probably an old door brought out into the field, set on fire. And I'm sure there's probably going to be some hinges round here as well. We're back on the buttons. We've got a 4-holer. Which yesterday was probably one of the most prolific button days that I've ever had in my life. Oh, I've got some writing though. US Pender. Oh no, suspender. Suspender. Suspender something. So, off of suspenders or braces. So, late 18 into the early 1900s. I've got my first coin. Didn't sound like a coin, but it was pinging through as high as 91, so I think it's going to be a George III copper, but, well, might be a bit grotty, but we'll try and get some detail off it. Well, as suspected, it is very toasty, but the readout and also the size of the coin tells me it's Mr. Potato Head, so it's George III, halfpenny, sometime between 1760 and 1820, but at least we're off the mark. My first coin of the day.
It's toasted like you.
Toasted like me, you're telling me, Simon. Just been lead and aluminium for me since that coin. About 2.5 hours in. So definitely not as productive a day as the other day was. 83. We might have a clod shot for you. Somewhere in here. I can pick this up one-handed. Is that it? Is it? Nope, it's a stone. Somewhere on this end. Is that a stone? Yep. Still in there. Still in there. Getting smaller. Oh, there's something roundish there. It's a little ring thing. Well, it's not. Well, it might be a wee weight. Possibly. Nope, I think it's maybe actually just a fitting or a nut or bolt or something like that. Well, not a bolt, but yeah, it's got iron in it. So a little thing. Ah, well, all that for that. Again, it's been a little bit quiet for me, but I think Brad, well in fact I know Brad has made a pretty epic find, which we'll have a look at later because he sent a photo to our little group. 64 this time. And a little bit stonier down this part of the field. Certainly a lot stonier ground than the field we were in yesterday. But we're out. Possibly a bit of lead, I think. Huh. Well, that ain't lead. Don't know why that was such a low readout. Still saying 64. Very low for a penny. Oop, I think I might have just scratched that there. But it is a coin. We'll let it dry out. Doesn't actually look like Britannia there. Almost looks like a standing figure. Unless I've got it the wrong way around. But yeah, looks like a person standing, looking to the right. But we'll clean it up and get back to you. Bendy thumbs to the rescue. I was starting to think it was a token, but you'll see fading in just now the head of Queen Victoria facing to my left. So it's a penny, and I've got no idea why it's only a 64. I mean, this should be an 84, 86, even an 88 all day long, but maybe it's a counterfeit, or maybe in 1845 they had a different type of penny. I mean, I'm not sure, but I certainly cannot remember having a Victorian penny having such a low readout. So that back in the day, this would have bought you probably a pint of beer, and it would have bought you an adhesive postage stamp called the penny black. The adhesive stamp, of course, the sticky stamp that you used to lick, invented by a Scotsman. But it's another coin. Fantastic. This is more what I would expect a penny to sound like. Although I'm not convinced that it is a coin. But we're out. Well, it's round. It's round, but is it a coin? Well, it could be. Look how fat that is, though. That's a very chunky little coin. Right. Could be a button, but we'll get back to you in a wee minute. Well, it is a coin, but variety-wise, I really don't know. It's too fat to be a farthing. Too chunky. It also looks like it's got a milled edge on it. You know, that sort of toothed, lined edge, which normally you would have that on silver coins for clipping, but this is not a silver coin. But I wonder if it could have been a forgery, possibly. A forgery of a sixpence, maybe, but don't know. That's just the size of it that's kind of thrown me. But I can't see any detail on it, but if you can, then let me know in the comments below. But I'm calling that another coin. Another mystery object. It is a little shield. I can't really make anything out on it, and it's got this weird little attachment on the back, so clearly it was hanging off something, or maybe there was a pair of them, maybe it's a set of cufflinks or something like that. But I can't make out any detail on the centre there. It's all pretty much wiped, but it might have had a bit of heraldry or some initials on it or something. But date wise, I'm guessing probably 18 into the early 1900s. But if you know, comment below. Initially I hoped it was part of a medieval key, but now I think it's actually a crude hinge. But I'll keep a hold of it until any of you tell me otherwise. I think it might be junk. Originally I thought this is just a piece of junk, and look at that, there is detail on there, and there is gilding on there as well. There is quite a bit of gilding by the look of it, and on the back it feels like there's a little pin or something, a catch plate. Well, I think we've got some sort of little brooch type thing here with possible decoration on there. That looks lovely. I wonder if that could even be medieval. Okay, I am going to give this a real gentle clean up off camera, but I'm excited about this. I really am. Right, back to you in a minute. Folks, I think this could be epic. I think it could be. See, to me, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, there's like Pictish symbols on there. That's what I'm looking and thinking. So I'm not going to clean this up anymore at all. I think that could be something really, really special. And if it was like Pictish decoration, and that could be over 1,000 years old. That could be a way back to the 7th, 8th, 9th centuries, something like that. Well, I am absolutely ecstatic. The back, as you can see, it's got this little thing here, which I think is probably a catch plate for a pin that would come down. And I tell you what, if that is Pictish, then that would be the first Pictish item that I've ever found in my life. 25 years of searching. It might take a fair old while to get an answer, but I'm going to report this to the museum and then get back to you if and when they tell me more. But let me know what symbols you can see on there. That is potentially an epic discovery. Absolutely unbelievable. Well, Simon got a cartwheel penny earlier, and I think there's been 3 found over the last 3 days, and I think I might just have another one. That was a really deep target. It's about 10, maybe even 12 inches. And right there, it was a 96, and I just thought, bottle top. It's been that long since I've found a cartwheel penny that I forgot how high they come in, but that looks all the way like a cartwheel penny to me. You beauty. Well, fingers crossed we get some detail off it. There's possibly a little something there already. Here's the great reveal from Brad. Come on, Brad.
This is my junior varsity find.
Right, okay. Well, you haven't seen mine yet, so yours might be far, far better. Well, that is...
Look, that is a star.
Wow, that is nice.
Artifact?
That's like...
Very nice.
See, I was sure when you sent the picture, I was sure I could see a head. Ah, is that what it is?
Yeah, you saw what looks like the base of a
Look,
bust.
for me,
Right.
looks like a man running.
From what?
I don't know, playing football.
The one thing you'll learn very quickly is that Simon's eyesight is absolutely terrible.
Really?
He probably can't even see that star in the middle, never mind any details. So if you hand him something, he'll see whatever, like, you know, whatever you can think is not on it. That's
That's
yes.
silver.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah,
That's an early one too.
not bad.
1889,
Yeah.
Queen Victoria.
If you hold it on its side, you can see somebody started to taco it a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's been slightly bent,
Very nice.
but it's our old Jubilee head.
Thank you, thank you.
92.5% silver
That's
as
right.
well. Phenomenal. Well done, that man.
Got me a silver coin.
Excellent. Again, you're on fire. Well, we've got a little bit of detail on it. So it would say something along the lines of Georgius 111 DG Rex, George III, by the grace of God, King. And this is a cartwheel penny. So I think there's been one by Simon today, there's been one by Andy, and I think possibly Brad got one as well, or maybe it was Sean. But this is the 4th cartwheel penny that we've had between us. They were all dated 1797. You can see the 7 on that side, and you can also see Britannia seated with the trident. So these were produced with a new steam press, but they were only, well, they were made I think for 3 years, 1797 to 1799, but they all carry the same stamp, which is, or the same date, which is 1797. And they were deeply unpopular because of the size of them, but they were using new technology at the time. And cartwheel pennies because they're the size of cartwheels. A squeaky little 57 produces this, and it's lead, and it's definitely a design or a shape. Possibly it's broken off on the top, but there's definite decoration on that. Plain on the back. Initially I thought bag seal, but it would have lettering and stuff on it if it was a bag seal, so I don't know, maybe some sort of token, maybe some sort of decoration on leather or wood, but it looks like it's got a bit of age to it. So if you know, comment below. And here he is in his natural lunch environment. What have you got today, Simon?
This is
Looks
what's the name?
cheese and salami.
No, yeah, kind of Italian.
Chorizo.
It's no, it's
Salami.
Italian salami.
So there you go. The Spanish Detectorist having Italian for lunch.
Espianata. Espianata is the same. The name, I think.
Oh, you're so.
But I'm not Italian.
You're so.
We need the Italian Detectorist now.
Yeah, maybe. Sure, there's one out there.
Yeah.
Brad's back after lunch. What's he got?
I know. Is it right? Exactly. What's he gonna do? He's got bits. See the threads?
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
very crude,
Mm-hmm.
and they're quite like widely spaced.
Yep.
And that to me looks early.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a bit of age to it. Can't for the life of me think what it is. But yeah, interesting.
And this has some iron mixed in with copper.
Yep.
And
Almost looks like a pair of horns.
Yeah.
But
I think it's half of something. Like maybe it was decorative.
yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it could be part of a buckle fitting. Might have had an iron pin in it, which is why that big crusty bit's there. But it's got the colour, you know, when you get that age where it looks like it's junky.
Can I still spend this or no?
Well, not quite, but it's a lovely coin.
Isn't that nice?
1931. 1 shilling, so that's 12 pence back in the day. And gorgeous George V.
He's looking good on that one.
He's looking very good on that one. 50% silver. But it's epic. Really nice coin.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, another second silver of the day for you.
How about
I
that?
still think that's amazing.
My best on the
That's
day.
your find of the day.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it is? Do you think
So
it's
far.
a token or a trade weight?
I just think it's somebody's toy, somebody's pocket piece.
Right.
Maybe somebody's kid made it for him and he carried it. You know?
Yep. No, it's a lovely wee thing.
See what it looks like.
Andy's back on the counterfeit coins. It's a bullhead sixpence of George III, probably from the latter part of his reign in the 1800s, like 1816, 1820 or so. But yet another forged coin from the fields of Perthshire. Don't know what was going on back in the day, but clearly everyone was having a field day just making their own coins. And then he's also got this lovely little token,
I'm gonna start calling you Philip the Forger.
which has got various decoration and words around it, but I cannot figure it out. Did you get any words off it at all?
I didn't even try.
No, it looks like DORNBIAK.
Died at S.
Oh, right.
If you,
Oh, that's why I'm reading it back to front. Yeah.
well, it's horn. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely died at, and then it starts ES maybe?
Yeah, Essen.
Essian, and then it looks like
So,
a figure of a person.
Maybe
there.
it's a commemorative
Well, it's got a
something.
little hole in it as well.
Yeah.
So it's a little medallion actually.
And then on the back,
That's a beautiful
Something.
find, eh?
celebration maybe at the top up there.
Or in.
Commemoration or something.
Yeah, it's because it's in IN.
What is make? This is looks like silver. No, it's not silver.
It says Dundee at the bottom.
Oh, it does, yeah, Dundee. And there's a date,
yeah,
1890. 1880.
1880.
So that's kind of like what, Boer War sort of period if it was British military related. So if anyone recognises, then let us know in the comments below, but at least we found out a little bit more about it. Interesting wee thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice. Very well done.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire. There he is, the big Spaniard in the background. So we're back out, we've had lunch, had a phenomenal morning, possibly one of the best finds I've ever found in almost 25 years, which would be amazing.
I brought you luck.
And yeah, Simon brought me luck, and hopefully some more good finds to come. So out in the background we've already got Sean over there, we've got not sure, is that Brad? I think it is. Anyway, and Andy's out there somewhere as well, so hopefully he's away at the back, right? So hopefully some more finds to come. Let's go, Simon.
Let's go for that.
First signal since lunch. And she's a screamer. And a stone as well. There we go. Take two. Ugh. Still in there. Right in the middle. Looks like a tin can. Yes, it is. Darn. We got a coin, and it's crusty beyond belief, but incredibly I was able to get a date off it. It's 1862, which means it's Queen Victoria. So despite all the crust, at least we were able to identify it. It's a halfpenny, and the date is just there at the bottom, 1862. And you can see it's got a great big concretion on it as well. I suspect this part of the field's probably waterlogged at times, and that's why this coin's in such terrible condition. But it's still a coin. Queen Victoria, 19th century. Brad's coming right for us. It can only mean one thing. He must have found something good. Possibly. Maybe. He's certainly smiling, so, you know, it's the first time today he's bothered to walk over to me. So it must be good. Yeah, backstory's always good.
Quick backstory is I wanted to finish lunch first, so I could do John's next line where he would have come back out.
Oh, right, so this is right.
I think it's an early rosette.
Oh, yeah. It's lead. Yeah, it's lead.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's probably a horse decoration.
Yeah. Right on the chest somewhere, right?
Yep. Yes, very nice. Might have been attached to leather. It's a bit rough on the back, but
I figured it was worth a 50-yard walk.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
What do you think, date-wise?
1500.
1500s. What do you think, Andy?
We're dreaming a little bit, but that sounds great.
Well, if it's going to be mid-16s or 17s, it's going to be copper more copper than lead, I would think.
Copper, yeah, copper and brass,
But it's
yeah.
mostly, I think it's mostly lead with a little bit of copper.
Nice,
See
yeah.
See the red on top? Copper on the bottom with a little bit of red coming through on the lips.
Yeah.
I think that there's a little bit of copper alloy in that, but not much. See that?
Oh, yeah, I see it there, yeah.
So, I think it's, I don't know, I'd like to think it's 400 or 500 years old.
We're going with that.
Cool. All I'm finding today are, well, anyway, all right, okay.
Sensitive, no?
Very sensitive.
And Andy's got a, whatchamacallit?
musket?
A thingamajig. A musket?
Trigger guard?
Well, actually, yeah.
Part of the squiggly thing that
You could be right, yeah. Yeah, it's got the shape, isn't it?
That's sort of what I'm thinking, but who knows.
Well, if anyone knows, comment below. Thank you.
And do it quickly before it ends up in the trash bin.
Yeah. This time a 60 out in the second spadeful, somewhere about here. We've got it. Oh, I've dropped it. Take a drink. It's a bit of lead. Oh well, always a good sign because lead appears lots on old sites, medieval, Iron Age sites with a lot of history. So, well, we'll keep digging.
Some lettering, but it's not.
Andy's got a very weird coin. Yeah, it is very weird. I think it's literally just the surface is just falling off it.
Yeah. And
Well, there's a date though.
1871.
1871. So I think it's a Victoria. Where were you over there?
Right there.
Yeah, I got a halfpenny and it was horrible. Like
Okay.
it's as if the ground's waterlogged there maybe. This little depression. So I think that's what's happened. I think it's a Queen Victoria penny, but there must just be water
Yeah, you
sitting.
see there's two N's and a,
Yeah,
oh, it's
penny.
NO.
It's penny.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, so it's
oh,
half.
Okay.
Sorry, no, it's 1 penny. So it's
Okay.
Victoria.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just
knackered.
yeah, it's just because it's been saturated with water, but that's what's giving it that look.
Okay. Thank
No worries. Now, this is how this looked when it came out the ground. It's a 67. It's gold. And it's a ring pull. And I nearly had a heart attack. Unbelievable. I'm just showing Andy my beautiful gold coin that I thought I had for a wee second. Well, he's got a lovely little military button. It's in this waterlogged ground, unfortunately, so it's a bit corroded. I actually thought it was GR, but is it GR? I can't actually decide now. Possibly it is. But if it is GR, it's probably George V or George VI. But yeah, a military button, almost certainly, but 1914-18 or 39-45, First or Second World War. Nice find though. Almost as good as a golden ring pull. This one's an absolute screamer. 93-94. But jumping all over the place. So it's probably going to be junk. Yeah, it sounds, I think it is going to be big iron maybe. No, worse. What is that? That's a stone. That's not it. Ouch, just knelt on a stone. Is that it there? How did such a thing give such a loud target? It's a thing. What a screamer of a target for such a small item. But what is it? It's got a sort of rilled edge on it. Not sure on that one. Weird that it's such a high readout, but if you know, comment below. Something Andy hopes I will find of interest. Oh yeah. That's interesting. I'm interested, Andy.
Okay, good. I'm happy then.
Is it lead, pewter maybe? Or pewter on its own, lead, something along those lines? Definitely a wee florally decoration. Has it broken off there? It might have. Bit rough. Might be part of a pewter or lead spoon. Could be the handle,
Okay.
the tip of the handle, but other than that, difficult to say. I don't think it's massively old. I think it's probably, 300, 400 years maybe at most.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something 1,000 years old.
But no, I don't think so. I think the decoration's too tight,
Okay.
but
But no, it's still nice, whatever it is. It's interesting.
All right, well, we'll keep it in the finds bin, not the trash bin.
Definitely.
Good.
Well done. This one was around the 60s, 67ish or thereabouts. Deep bit of lead, about 10-11 inches down. Eventually it came out and it looked like it had a bit of a shape to it, but I couldn't see anything until I flipped it over. And there, ladies and gents, is a coat of arms. And it says Glasgow District. And some of the coat of arms are, well, the coat of arms are similar to what is today's coat of arms or crest for the city of Glasgow. This looks like an earlier version. But you've got the tree, Glasgow District, and this would relate to St Mungo, the founding father, or one of the founders of the city of Glasgow. Our biggest city, with a population of about 1 million people off to the west of Scotland. But what on earth is it? I have no idea, but it is an interesting little thing. So as ever, if you know, comment below. The long stubble on this part of the field's a bit hard going, but we've got an 83, which sounds pretty reasonable. Still down there. I think we're out. It's turned into a beautiful day. Tell you, the guys have been spoiled. Is that a bit of flint? Nope, it's just a brownstone. Well, I thought it was out. Oh, it is. Is it a bit of lead? Nope, that's a stone as well. Ah, that's heavy. That is a thing. It's a furniture bit, maybe. It's hollow. Well, whatever it is broken. Give it a wee rub. Don't think it's going to be particularly old. There we go. Yeah, I think it's probably like a furniture fitting or such like. But, well, it's a thing. Some quality trash coming up from Brad, maybe. Oh, big bit of lead.
Big hunk of lead. It's got texture on it.
Any inscriptions?
Let's see here.
Oh, that's weird.
It is weird.
Looks like it's almost melted around the edge as well.
Is there writing? Right there? There's not.
You know what it almost looks like? Sometimes they had these with the alphabet on them. Little squares for learning the alphabet. I think there is writing on that, no?
Well, there's a definite line here, 2 lines, but I don't see characters.
No, you're right.
It.
It's funny what's going on here. It's like,
Oh, what do we have here?
Nothing worth the people at home, I don't think.
oh well, at least you get to see your face.
Oh, wow.
Another heart stopper for the day. That is gold. That is gold, but as soon as I picked it up I could tell that it wasn't solid gold because it was too light. But look at that, 2 heart attacks in a day. Looks like a livery button. We'll give it a wee clean up and I'll let it dry out and get back to you in a wee second. But definitely some sort of button, not a counterfeit gold coin.
Tomback. That's a high beacon tomback.
Tomback button.
Yeah.
Plain one? Decorated?
It's on it. It's got stuff on both sides.
Oh.
Here's the reverse.
Yep.
And look, it's got my fourth nipple
It's
on
got
the
a
way.
nipple, yeah. What is it with you today and nipples?
I'm not entirely sure, but it's
Ah,
actually
it's a nice
smiling
one.
at you.
Oh, it's got a little
nose, and a smile.
Yeah, it's got a little rimmed edge as well, little scallop sort of edge.
That is actually a pretty nice button.
That is a nice button.
Well, thank you.
1700s?
Yes, yes indeed.
Very good.
Thanks.
Well done. And there we are, giving it a clean up. Cannot actually see any signs of decoration, so I think it was just a plain gilded button. But my goodness, that was yet another heart attack. I thought I was literally in the money. Not to be. Probably late middle 1800s, something like that. It's not often I can show off the view, and look at that for an afternoon. Absolutely stunning. There are few better and more beautiful places in the world to detect than Perthshire. I mean, maybe Hawaii. I've got myself an axe. An iron axe head, by the looks of it. Is it Iron Age? I doubt it. It's probably 200, 300, 400 odd years old, but it's hard to tell. But the whistle in the background, apparently Andy has got himself silver. A big silver, possibly. But that's us, we're going to have to finish up for today, but I'll film this silver if he's got one. But yeah, we've got to be off the field for 5 o'clock because I have got an appointment to get to. So we've only got 10 minutes left. Andy's got a last death. He's got a stunning Victoria florin, a Gothic florin. I think I've only ever found 2 of these in my life. So it's Roman numerals for the date, and we think it's 1873. Is that what we said? Yep. 1873, so it's Queen Victoria, and it's a stunning coin. It's probably the most beautiful coin that was ever made. Well, other than a gold sovereign. But not very common that you find them, as I say. I think I've only ever found 2 in my entire life. 1/10 of a pound, so 24 pence. Beautiful coin.
A lot of pints.
That's, yeah, I mean, God, you're going to go home drunk, you know that? Yeah, that's going to be, well, 24 pence, so it's going to be 24, maybe even 48 pints, or somewhere in between. That'd be a lot of money for someone to lose back in the day. Well done, that man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem.